All right, good seeing everybody. Appreciate everybody being here. What questions you have?
John, you're one of the teams that went in December and January annually was successful. What do you think is the key to being repeatedly successful at this time of year?
We're just trying to play our best football. That's probably in the past, but everything is geared toward and should be geared toward this time of year. You've got to get yourself in position to play meaningful games in December. I mean, that's the goal. Who's going to win in December? Who's going to win in January? Who's going to have an opportunity in February? That remains to be seen. You can be teams. It can be teams that you can have the best season and then not get all the way to the end, but you can still have a great season. You can have an okay season, make your way into the playoffs, and you can finish it out because you get hot and you play well. So it's a long season in this league for a reason, and we're going to try to play our best football, here at the end of the season in December and January.
Hey, Coach, what is the most positive thing being on the practice field coming after a bye week?
Well, it's just great to be back out here with everybody. Guys are full of energy. They're locked in. I think the recovery was real good. I think it was perfectly right on time, as it turns out right now, and we had a good practice.
John, along those lines, Sunday's the start of a 3-game and 11-day stretch. Just what is the kind of big picture perspective that you guys want to take on that?
Well, the big picture is Sunday. I mean, that's the big picture. The big picture is all hands on deck. We're focused toward playing our best game so far on Sunday. We're going to need to do that, and that's what we're training and preparing to do. We have a plan, for the 3-game stretch, and that plan starts with Sunday.
You've dealt with short weeks, but did that plan take a little bit more from your side during the bye of how you want to do those?
You mean back-to-back short weeks? Sure, yeah. 3 games in 10 days. Yeah, that definitely was unique. So we've been thinking about that for quite a while. Sam Rosengarten's a big part of that. But we'll be ready for it. We'll take it 1 week at a time. Right now, it's Sunday.
John, going back to the energy you're talking about in practice, how much is Lamar sort of a source of that and directing that in practice today?
Lamar's always like that. I mean, Lamar likes to practice. He loves football. Lamar I think he's a phenomenal leader, in his way. It starts with, I think all guys realize, leadership starts with competence. I mean, you got to be good and great at what you do to really be genuinely respected as a leader, probably in any field, right? So Lamar's a great player, and he's a great teammate, and he demands perfection and excellence out of himself. That's what it starts with, and then carries over to the rest of the guys. I mean, the guys respect him, and I wouldn't just stop at Lamar. I mean, you can name the guys. You can start with Mark Andrews and Tyler Linderbaum. I'm just off the top of my head, guys on offense. Derrick Henry. There's a lot of guys that do a great job with that.
John, speaking of Lamar, that was probably as animated or close to as animated as you've seen after that Philly game. As he gets back to it, what's kind of been his message, is the way he's led in getting these guys back to where you want to go?
Lamar understands that it's about chasing perfection in the details of everything that you do. So it's the same. It doesn't change in that sense. You're not riding a roller coaster of outcomes. You try to be the best you can be every single week, put your best performance out there, and whether you get the outcome you want or you don't get the outcome you want, it shouldn't change your approach. So our approach is really pedal to the metal, man. I mean, kick this thing in gear, put your foot on the gas, put the gas pedal to the floor, and let's get locked in on everything that matters and see if we can drive as fast as we can, as straight as we can, to be as good as we can in this next game.
John, I know it's the NFL and you want to give every team your full attention. But what are kind of the challenges of going on the road to play a team that's having the type of year that the Giants are having?
The challenge is playing the team that we're playing, and this team has got really good players, and this team has got a lot of motivation to play well. They're going to be motivated to win the game. That's the way it is in the National Football League. It's not. There's no difficulty in getting ready for a team. We understand how good every single team is. The New York Giants is a very talented, very tough, very well-coached football team. They're very capable, and we're going to have to play our best football to win the game. That's what we're focused on.
John,
It's a great question. Mark Andrews is just one of a kind. I mean, he's got the nickname Mandrews, as you guys all know, for a reason, I think, because that's what he brings, man. He's all ball. He's all ball all the time. Everything he does is, you can just tell he thinks about driving home, driving into work, probably while he's sleeping. He probably dreams about it. He eats football, sleeps football. you know, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's really who he is. And as a coach, you kind of like that. You kind of like players that breathe it and live it and eat it and want to be part of it and can't wait to get back out in the practice field. That's what it takes. If you want to be at the top of any profession, you want to be at the top of football, you better be thinking about football and working at football all the time.
Forward.
Yeah, a little reflection there, huh? That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. You know, it'll be his 100th game. It's been 99, awesome. It's been an awesome ride. You know, 99 and counting. Let's make it at least 100 more. You know, but one at a time. So focused on Sunday.
No, the defense has talked about, you know, turning a corner and all of that, and he played well. One of those guys who's progressed nicely is Davius Robinson. What have you seen from him? You know, the biggest jump for him after this year for you?
Well, I think it's steady improvement. Like I would kind of put him in the same kind of categories we talked about with Mark. He has the same mindset. You know, it's always about him coming in here and just doing whatever he can do to get better. I mean, you see him in the weight room. You see the way he trains. You see him in the meeting room. You know, you see him in the film room on his own. You see him at practice. Takes every bit of coaching and tries to do it exactly the way he's coached to do it, in the most physical manner he can. You know, and then where he's come as a football player is it's been remarkable, man. I mean, it's been really fun to watch. But I think he's just scratching the surface. I really think he's going to be even better than he's been so far.
John, we saw Tucker outside kicking field goals today while you guys were practicing. Is that kind of the plan? Did he kind of just go out there on his own? How did that come about?
Oh, no, they have a plan. You know, they have a plan. It's not going to be. The field was really muddy today, and it was raining, as you know. So we didn't want to get out there and get on that bad field in terms of practice. It's not good for our health. Potentially, it's definitely not good for our timing and all that. So we came in here. Players don't like being inside. They want to be out there on the grass, but we had to force them in here. So Tuck and Randy and Chris, they just, they went out there probably, I guess, maybe to get in the rain because it might rain on Sunday, right? But the footing will be fine even if it is raining there because it'll be turf.
John, with the Giants' lock is banged up, and people said DeVito's going to start for them. How much does that change things for you going in there?
It really doesn't change anything. And we kind of knew that was possible. You could kind of tell on Monday that maybe it was going that way, but we've talked about both quarterbacks. We understand the nuance between the two and their offense, I believe. But we got to play our defense well. That's really what we got to do, and if we do that well, then that gives us our best chance.
Playing at the Meadowlands, is that a little bit different in terms of the wind and the way it's playing that?
It's not like the old days, Jerry. When they opened up the garage door and closed the garage door. Now Landetta would tell you, it's Sean Landetta, Baltimore guy. He would tell you that's all a myth, that there's nothing to it. It was like kind of a mind game that Bill Parcells used to play with everybody. But I think he knew how to play the winds in there. It's not like that at the new Meadowlands, but it's still windy. But it's a little more consistent. All right, good, thanks.
The Giants, everybody in the football world is going to talk about how the Ravens should beat the Giants, who are one of the big favorites of the season. How do you combat everyone, trying to block out the fact that everyone expects you guys to win and win big?
Just focus on our assignment. We can't worry about the outside noise. We never can worry about the outside noise because, like I always say, it's another NFL team we playing, no matter the record.
I think people remember the last time we heard you were fired up after that game.
Yeah, I'm still fired up. Nothing changed.
How about running the football on Sunday after the talk with Mom and a week off?
Oh, yeah, if I get the opportunity, no doubt. I'm still going to play football, though. Yes, sir.
How have you directed some of that energy during the bye week and the start of this week?
It's like a breath of fresh air. We've been going Thursday game, Sunday, Monday, games have just been going crazy for us, and we took a little deep breath, took a step back, relaxed, got our mind back locked in. I feel like we're gonna do what we need to do.
How are you looking at this 4-game stretch? Are you trying to get back to sort of with this offense really rolling, or have you kind of disregarded the season so far and kind of look at it as a new season unto itself? How are you looking at it?
I mean, I'm not worried about all the games. I got to worry about the Giants first, you know. So I'm just worried about beating the Giants. That's my only focus.
Mark, going back to running, just curious, like, how do you weigh when to run, how much longer to go through your progressions and all that stuff?
I don't know. It depends. It depends how the game's going, what's going on the field. If I get a lane, if I see it, all of that play a part. So I don't know.
Mark is tied with Jamal Lewis for the most receiving touchdowns in franchise history.
Jamal Lewis?
Mark is tied with Jamal for the most total touchdowns.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
What makes Mark so good in the red zone and in the end zone?
Man, because he can go up and get the ball, track the ball well, you know, like a receiver. He's a big body receiver, you know. I feel like anybody guard him, I got a shot at having a successful catch, you know, with Mark. So him just being who he is, man, since we first stepped foot in the league, he just made my job a lot easier. I always say that.
So many of those balls we've thrown him are high point passes.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. You know, how long do it take you to kind of develop that trust that if you kind of put it up there, even if it's contested, you can go get it?
Well, probably rookie season. You know, going back to, I'm going to say Chargers. I think I threw him like a line route between the safety and the backer. Mark caught it and just hauled tail. After that, it was like, yeah, that's my guy right there, you know? That's my guy. After that.
Sorry. To that point, do you have a favorite Mark Andrews memory?
It's a lot. Damn, it's a lot. Rookie year, I'm going to go back. I'm going to say last year and rookie year. Okay, we played Raiders rookie season. I threw him like I think they dropped him in coverage. I just threw him like a seam kind of to the right side on our sideline. He caught the ball, started running, and I think he got caught. He was mad. He like, they ain't happening no more. So then we played the Chargers later on in the season. He caught it. Nobody caught him. I don't think nobody was buying him. So after that, it was like, that was dope. Then last year we played the Browns over there in Cleveland, and that catching the back of the end zone, that was dope to me. But it's a lot, dude. I'm just throwing y'all little glimpses, but it's a lot, bro. Mark is that guy.
Hey, Lamar. How cool is to be part of the 99 Club Matic now? You and Derek.
I feel like that's overdue, bro. I feel like that's overdue, but I'm grateful for it, you know. I feel like we need more items, though. I done seen everybody else get chains and all type of stuff. We only got little cleats, but I'm grateful for it, though. I'm grateful. Appreciate that, man.
Lamar, I know you don't typically talk a lot about your game and how it's matured throughout your career, but you're now getting questions about you maybe needing to run more. There was a time where you were getting questions about, you know, maybe you running a little too much. Is that kind of a testament to maybe just the development in your game over the years?
I feel like I don't know, pick your poison. Like, okay, man, you need to run more. Then like, I'm running a little more. Oh, he was open or something like that. You know, you're going to get that. So I just play football. I really don't care, like, what's been said. But it's good. I feel like that's good, you know, because it's like I'm balanced in a way, you know, so that's cool.
Lamar, you guys have used that phrase, pick your poison, all season. Who came up with that? Where did that start?
That's an old saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, who, like, to start describing your offense
in
particular?
Me or Derek, one of us, because I believe that's when the questions started being, you know, asked. One of us.
Lamar, you know, you're obviously animated after the Philly game. You're pretty energetic right now. How, I guess, sort of antsy are you to get back to playing, given the way it went, you know, a couple of weeks ago?
See me? I'm antsy right now. I'm hyped.
and what did you kind of take away from that to kind of move forward in terms of, you know, what you guys want to accomplish?
Well, obviously we took that L. You know, let's sat back, watch film, looked at things we could have cleaned up on the field, little mishaps here and there. And those type of games, we can't have those. You know, you got to be like it won't be a perfect game, but you got to try to make it. You know, especially with a high rolling offense like that, defense, got to put points on the board. And I feel like any game like that, we got to do that. You know, it's gonna be a slow game. It won't be one of those high scoring games. Sometimes it might will, but 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be one of those low scoring games. We just got to find a way to win.
Your game on Sunday will be your 100th game in the NFL. What I know you're focused ahead, but thinking back just a little bit upon reflection, what's 100 games played in the NFL mean to you? Just what are your emotions about that?
I mean, I'm getting old. That's what that means. 100 games? Dang. Bro, but, for me just being a dual threat quarterback, they say we don't really last that long in the league. And for me to make it to 100 games, that's just dope, man. That's just God. God get all the glory for that. Thankful.
Lamar, you watching Hard Knocks at all, or how do you feel about the cameras following you around?
It's cool, I guess, but no, I'm not watching it. Not right now anyway, I'm locked in during the season, so I'm pretty much seeing everything that's going on. But it's dope. I get to see it later on and stuff like that. When I get older, I'll probably watch it, so I can be like, yeah, I was on Hard Knocks, Like Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, those guys. So it's dope.
Are you curious about the other teams, though?
No. I got to worry about us. I got to focus on us. I can't worry about another team.
Hey, Lamar, just in terms of this team, what is it that gives you confidence that this team's best football is still in front of it?
It's my guys, just me being around my guys, no one around the locker room moping around and stuff like that. Like, we down, and it's still that energy is like everyone knows we got faith, we got hope, and we know we're capable of, we talk about it. Brody just talked about it over there after he broke the team down, just saying he feel like no one's beating us, we beat ourselves, and I can vouch for that. I feel the same way. So me just having those guys around me, that just gives me all the energy I need.
Lamar, I know your focus is always on just that next game, but you do have a stretch where it's like 3 games in 10 or 11 days. What do you think is the key to be successful in playing so many, to have that in so many games in so many days?
Well, try to win the first one. Rest. Try to, get your body back how it should be. If it's not 100, try to get it close as possible. Just get ready to play football. That's all.
Two more, please.
Lamar, along those lines, you said the bye week was like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to miss a couple practices, weeks 1 to 13 for minor stuff. Do you feel like your body is in a better place now than it was a couple weeks ago?
Absolutely. Like I said, like a breath of fresh air. Feel refreshed that week off. Just relax and let my body rest. It's done us good. It's done us good.
Lamar, I know you say you don't care about MVPs, but this 4-game stretch, you think about how much this team needs you to play at an MVP level to have the kind of success and be positioned for the postseason the way you want?
I'm gonna try to play MVP level every game, my man. It really don't matter. I don't think about anything like that. Don't get me wrong, because I feel like the world should know what my goal is, But so I just gotta focus on the game at a time, and just me being who I am. I don't really care about me being MVP, Lamar. I feel like I'm doing that regardless.
All right. Thank you, Lamar.
Appreciate y'all.